Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Blakert_CS channel, and for what feels like the first time in a long time, we have beat the starting soon timer, but for good reason, because we're taking a look at locally hated's run through ESEA Open 9-10 of Season 56, and they're taking on Havoc Esports, and this matchroom concerns me quite a bit. If you take a look at the roster for the side of Havoc Esports, and the roster of locally hated, you see that this is a completely one-sided matchup, and knowing me, this is going to lead to a caster curse, but on the side of Havoc Esports, you have Jameson, Nate Dogg, Pristine, Tailspin, and Jask is what I'm going to go with on that one. But Tailspin is 770 elo, level 3, 186 matches. Pristine is level 6, 1324 elo with 32 matches, so a little bit more promising stats there, but still a relatively one-sided match. And if Tailspin is pulling anything out of the bag, it is going to be room to check him PC. So nonetheless, as per usual on the side of locally hated, you have Alula, Weeza, Taggy, Saber, and Ethex leading the. Well, I actually don't know off the top of my head who's leading the squad. I know it's between Ethex and Alula, but nonetheless, we're here. It's Mirage, what I would call the stomping ground of locally hated, and the home base, I guess you could call it. I'm assuming we won that knife round as well, so the pistol round will, or the CT side will be locally hated's. And production has also just informed me that that is correct. I'm going to be completely honest with you, chat. My expectations are not high at all going into this match. I'm expecting a lot of quick frags and maybe one or two in order for Havoc Squad, but already a missed smoke. We're off to a great start. It landed on top of apartments somehow, and Saber's going to be completely uncontested under ban. Alula has the first headshot on towards Pristine, but the jumps happen. Saber's good for 2 headshots. Tailspin's able to find 1, but the trades are finally happening. It's a 2v2. Ethex is trying to peer out towards market door, but he's not allowed. Taggy up towards catwalk is actually taken out, so it's left on towards Ethex in the 1v2. He knows where Tailspin is towards default, and he can't connect the USP shots just yet, but his attention division is perfect. He's trying to find one of these players lacking and trying to isolate the duels, and he's doing it beautifully. He's found Tailspin, and now has to find a 1v1 and finds it onto Jameson. And I fumbled over my words earlier in the Maverick match, and Ethex, as per usual, making me fumble over my words, finding the 2 great headshots, able to retake and find the pistol round for locally hated. Maybe a little bit of over-aggression in terms of the retake, but at the same time, if you're locally hated, you can't be overestimating, or I should say underestimating, your teammates, or your opponents, I guess I could say. Because I guess Havoc Esports have that name for a reason. They're trying to create havoc in the communications department of locally hated, but with a roster as what's the word I'm looking for? Tenured. Yeah, production's glazing the Saber movement. We're all here for the Saber glaze. 9 days out of the week. Alula can't connect the shots early on, but finally collects the kill. Saber's here to reap the benefits and finds 3 kills, and the movement is rewarded. Alula finds it the last, and it's 2 rounds for locally hated, as I mentioned, relatively expected. And hold on, what's the timer on the stream right now? 15 minutes. Yo, chat, what are we do? I'm gonna put a prediction in. We're gonna do over under. What do we think, production? 15 minutes game time? 20 minutes? Total stream time, 40 minutes over under. Okay, so this is what we'll do. Total stream time over under 40 minutes. And we'll do a submission time of 5 minutes. So you got 5 minutes to put your points in. Weeza is going to find Jameson early on. Nate Dogg receives a big boom, and he's going to try and lead this charge. Ethex has a Molotov in hand, but Nate Dogg's looking the wrong direction, so Ethex is free to strike his back, and Saber finds his isolated duel. It's relatively quick work for the side of locally hated, and the rifles don't even stand a chance. Weeza flies out of market window and proves why he is a part of FPL. Currently ranked number 32. Believe it or not, Taggy actually holds a higher rank in FPL than Weeza, fun fact. Taggy currently sitting at number 18, and Weeza sitting at number 32. And correct me if I'm wrong, but Saber and Alula should be in the running for FPL at least sometime soon, considering they are top 100 on the basic leaderboard. Early mid-aggression, Weeza finds 2 kills. Alula's going to try and walk through the smoke, but it might not matter because Nate Dogg has his back turned, and Alula is going to stab him in the back. It's a tale as old as time, and Tailspin's tale is going to end right here. It's going to be 4 rounds in a row for Locally Hated. A masterful display. A masterful display of... I was going to say... I don't even know. That smoke caught me off guard. I think that's what happened at Tailspin, too. Wild smoke on the building. Caught him off guard, but... nonetheless, the one-sided match we expected. 3 AK-47s recovered. Weeza still has the M4A1S in hand. And Saber has the AWP. 100% expected, and a hefty round that Havoc are going to have to try and break through. Oh my lord, Saber is so clean with the movement. Big nade down bottom ramp, finds his mark on towards Jask, and all of Havoc are trying to execute fully out towards this A site. Utility range over top. Saber finds that lurk out towards mid, so it's going to be all forces present toward this A site. Taggy has an activation towards balcony. He spots 1, finds 2, wrangles the AK to find 3rd, but Jask is cleaned up by Weeza. And you're seeing the confidence. You're seeing that Locally Hated absolutely know they are the better players. And for good reason. This is, a crazy one-sided match. Let's see. Havoc Esports have missed so much utility that they now have Explode, wanting to see whether or not the utility is hitting its mark, but the 2 smokes that mattered this round did. Flashbang down towards Khan, grants Alula ahead on towards Pristine, but still, 3 members of Havoc Esports are down towards bottom mid on the other side of this connector smoke. So, as the resmoke is deployed, Weezy's coming through, and he's looking to catch everyone off guard, but Jameson's ready for it. Nate Dogg finds one onto Alula, and this is the best chance that Havoc have had into a round. Jameson and Nate Dogg drop down to sub 30 HP, so there's a little bit of ground to be covered. But as I say that, Taggy looks to cover it all up. Tailspin is concerned about a palace flank, but actually lining up a CT smoke instead. And so position that was just in his control is given up, and Taggy has free real estate to the head. Jask, footstep is made, but Jask comes out on top of the duel, and that's going to be the pedal to the metal. Saber is going to be the only opponent here for Locally Hated, but he has the AWP and has to make a final stand. Peak does not come out of palace, but this shot forces him to reposition, but a beautiful second shot finds its mark. Efex trying to make his way out towards jungle, opens up a peek from Saber, but Efex collects Nate Dogg. It's all onto Tailspin, and Tailspin hits the first and finds a second to turn the donut into the breadstick for Havoc Esports, and the level 3 shines through. And I think that might be the guaranteed one that Havoc Esports are guaranteed. Or the guaranteed one that they should get. I don't know where I was going with that. Round number 7. It's here. Havoc have put a temporary pause to the momentum of Locally Hated, but the nade finds a beautiful mark. Saber is still protected towards underpass, but can't connect the second shot. He's dropped to low HP and has a smoke to help him get out, but he's just going to go re-peeking. He fires a shot through underpass. It doesn't find its home, but he just gets scraped on the exit, so he hits the floor hard. There's going to be an exit towards underpass, and Jask is able to capitalize on Weeza, but still, mid is under contention. Free smoke underway. Jameson finds a little bit of damage, but Alula connects the kill. And it's now a 3-on-2. The reposition from Havoc Esports is underway as the regroup happens to be outside TV room, but both of these players seem a little bit unsure about where the final destination awaits. And you can even see the positions that Locally Hated have entrenched themselves in to prevent Havoc Esports from finding any aggressive duels or isolated duels, but require Havoc to make noise and give up information to actually engage in some of these fights. So even when this boost comes in here, there's a risk that one of these players will make noise actually jumping into the window. And there it's going to be made. So Lula has all of the inclination in the world that at least one is going to be in towards window. After the kill happens, Alula's going to go hunting in through Murder Hole. That's just going to be the confidence on display from a player of the caliber of Alula. And look at the restraint. Knows the Tailspin's going to be looking for that player, and Taggy activates out of Palace. It is a beautiful 6th round from Locally Hated. As it feels like just kind of a dry run scrim. Ethex is handing out the R8 revolvers. It's going to be gifted to Weeza this time. I don't know if there's going to be any more handed out. But that is the signature weapon of Ethex. I think if there's going to be one weapon that I had to say that I love to see the most out of him, it's going to be that. Has hit some crazy shots on Nuke, if I remember correctly. But I think you always need a member of the squad to shake things up. Jas is going to be the one to lead the charge out on this A side, but Weeza activates from top default. Taggy finds 2. Weeza finds a second. And Jameson has no ammo, so Weeza says there's not enough room in this town for the both of us. And guns him down. It's 7-1 for Locally Hated. The Brazil score in order. And not much to say there. Chat, you can't hear it, but Exploding is wheezing right now. It's a little bit of chaos across the map. Flashes up towards mid. Tag is going to be gifted the head of Jameson, and there's going to be no one else. So now, Locally Hated can burrow into these sites. All of Havoc Esports are going to be served up on a silver platter for Ethex, but it's all onto him to make the proper reactions. He finds the spot early on, drops the defensive smoke, and awaits for some support, but is actually just repositioned towards missiles. Finds the head of Jask asleep at the wheel, but a little bit of an over peek and a double peek from Havoc brings Havoc to their round, and Weeza cleans it up. I mean, Ethex made the right decision. I would have liked to see more confidence, but still, the proper decision-making on display from Ethex, able to drop the defensive smoke, find his kill that is necessary, and especially after peeking into 3 members of Havoc, immediately opts for the retreat. Tech pause is in order. And I just want to give a big shout out to everyone in chat for stopping by on this beautiful Wednesday night. It is currently 9:54 p.m. Central Time. And we are hanging out, enjoying some fun, crazy Counter-Strike. I'm unemployed. Yeah, I can't relate. Production says same. I can't really relate right now, but I know a majority of the country is having issues, at least finding jobs, which is very surprising. But this is not a political stream, so I'm not going to get any further into any more topics revolving around the job market or the economy. So, with the tech pause still underway, I want to say go follow Locally Hated NA on Twitter. Make sure to follow us on Instagram as well, where I've been posting some reels every now and then. And if you also don't know, Locally Hated will be attending LAN soon, so make sure to keep out for that one. It's going to be the next big Fragadelphia event, Frag York, taking place from March 25th to March 30th. So if you happen to be in the area, or even work in the frag event, make sure to hop in, say what's up to the roster. Trash can view goes crazy. Shout out to Exploding. Oh no, you're getting the turbo cam right back to it. Shout out Exploding CS as always. I talk about it all the time as a oh no way, right? No way. Oh no way, right? Is this it? We're in the we're in the trash can POV. Hell yeah. Exploding always making it work. And just as I was gonna say, it's not often you come across an observer slash producer in North America, so I am always willing to give my thank yous to Exploding behind the camera. But finally, after a little bit of delay, the tech pause has come to a close. Round number 10 is on the horizon, and Havoc Esports, I feel like need a little bit more than just a tech pause to come out on top of this matchup. Ethex has his signature R8 revolver and is now being called back towards this ace site, and is now being sent back towards the B site. Never mind. I think just bought something. Saber has his head ripped off by Jameson. A little bit of missed utility, maybe not actually. Just trying to force a wide angle, but this Havoc Esports have crossed all the way up towards mid. A little bit of an awkward reposition from Alula, but a flashbang gets popped, and it feels like Locally Hated are playing with their food at this point. A big boom finds a spark, but still they're trying to battle out towards window, and Alula is the only one finding a kill. He's up hits the floor. Efex was past the revolver, but now, oh my god, it's back and forth all across jungle. Efex knows exactly where this last player is and is trying to make an exit, and finally is able to flash over the top of Khan. Tailspin, 91 HP. Both locally hated players at a sum of about 23 now. Smoking towards window. Alula's crosshair is posted on connector, and Tailspin was still convinced he was up cat. So in a shocking turn of events, locally hated find 9-1 away from finding double digits, and I don't know what the hell I am watching. Nades in the window. R8's being thrown out. Alula finding kills from Cat. Neither of the window players in Weeza or Efex finding kills. And I guess that's what you expect, or have to expect in open. Nade was being prepped from Weeza, I think, to break smoke or even to Molotov behind boxes, but it doesn't actually come to fruition. Alula's gifted a shooting range out mid and separates the scout from the skull. Tacky is gifted a kill on towards Tailspin, has the AWP in his hands, but wait, I just realized we have 3 ops. Saber misses the shot, so now it's all into the double op setup. Tacky can't connect his ear there, so it's all into this 2v2. Molotov towards underpass. We're seeing the op display. Catwalk pushes on, a big boom towards Nate Dogg, but Efex is forced off the angle. Flashbang in hand, but Taggy picks up the kill. Taggy fires the no-scope, but it doesn't find its mark. Efex is going hunting with the 5-7, but Nate Dogg connects the kill. And now Nate Dogg with the Galil can't find the mark. It's Taggy to close it out with 3 kills to his name. An op in hand. Never what I would have thought we would have seen an opping Taggy, and we are living in a fever dream right now. This is the Twilight Zone. Hydrogen bomb versus coughing bait. Yeah. Get out of open. Sorry. Get out of open. We'll talk to ESEA because in the rulebook it says that you get seeded based off of Velo, and we did not. So Saber finds a kill on towards Jask. Jameson has his own on towards Saber, but it's 1 for 1. And Alula is able to refrag the kill. We have a Negev in towards the window. Oh no, Efex has the Negev. Weeza finds 2 kills. And it's Tailspin in the 1v4. This is, I honestly feel bad that we're casting this. Oh? Tailspin? Able to find the first. there's a hope. He has to go through 3 members of locally hated, one of which wields a heavy light machine gun, and Ethex is going walking through the smoke. Okay, Tailspin finds a second. There's this doable. He has to find the duel on towards Alula, but Alula is going to go untraced as Taggy finishes off the first half 11-1 for locally hated. Yeah, I mean, okay, so production has said that Hydrogen Bomb versus Coughing Baby sums this game up perfectly, but I feel like that's an understatement. I feel like this is McDonald's Sprite versus like Victorian era kid. Like that's what we're watching. Heavy underpass play for the side of locally hated. Just going to be rattling the Glocks away. Weeza's going to lead the charge through underpass and not going up. Oh no, we're doing strat roulette at this point, Saber. Nah, man. Nah, don't go to. Nah. Nah, this can't be happening. Are we going back towards underpass? Tailspin's jump spotting. And we're going back towards underpass. No way. No, are we just running in circles at this point? No way, right? There's no way. There's no... Do we go for a third? It's turn 3 at the Daytona 500. Weeza's currently in the lead. Alula close on the tail, but as we enter turn number 3, Weeza does not take any contact out towards mid, so the charge is going to be back onto the backstretch once again. And finally, we've hit a U-turn. We're heading up towards Cat, and Jask activates. He can't connect the shot. Alula is still leading this charge, but the bunny hops have been hit, and his movement is on point. Taggy finds the headshot on towards Tailspin. Alula finds the zone, and the B site is seized. Jask is hit with an early headshot. The knife doesn't come to fruition, and Taggy finds the final kill. It's map and series point for locally hated. And a beautiful pistol round strat from locally. That is that round sums up this whole entire match. And all right, who did we do? who did we just get in trouble on the next practice? Jask has found his own kill. Pristine's gone 1 for 1, and Weeza is sitting everyone down with the Galil. It's disgusting. It's one-sided masterclass that we expected, and Tailspin's left in the 1v3. Not much to be done here. Alula finishes it off. The one-sided affair that we all expected, and nothing to write back home about for Havoc Esports. I say it typically in these matchups that, you know, sometimes there's stuff that teams can take from that, but I mean, you saw it on the T-side pistol from locally hated. Too much respect, too much raw mechanics, and a beautiful display. So as locally hated move into, I believe they are 3-2 now, if I remember correctly, or is it 2-2? I'm refreshing. 3-2 is the record now. I stand corrected. We have a few more qualifiers coming up, which I'm not sure if we're going to cover. Just depends on our me and Exploding's personal casting schedule. But nonetheless, for our next matchup, we are currently scheduled against Team Scoped on Monday, February 2nd at 9:30 p.m. Central Time, 10:30 Eastern. That's right here on the Blakert_CS channel. So, without further ado, as always, my name has been Blakert_CS. We've had Exploding behind the camera to help guide you through some of the crazy action that we saw tonight. And as always, we hope you have a great night.